H. H. Stick mice in my head and then beat my head with a hammer and let them back out by the Jump Team circa 2018. I played this once in a blue moon ago. It's a good one. Welcome. In this adventure, Mario discovers the seed of evil is inherent in his very own nature. And in order to completely free the... Just kind of cuts off. It remains very silly. Alright, Yoshi's Institute of Wiggler Torture. I believe the purpose of this is mostly just to give me a life arm. Mario, I'm stuck. I'm home, but I'm stuck in my house. I can't stop watching Desperate Housewives. Please save me, Yoshi. And this is a life arm. Life arm. Enter pipe, and don't press anything. To exit, press X or Y. A classic. I guess once it goes off, it's fine. A bit of an odd choice. I think we'll go for approximately 67. I was hoping to hit 69, but oh well. That's more than enough lives. Let's actually get to the levels. How does it feel to eat a cloud? So the central conceit of this level, this hack, is that it was made entirely using resources from C3 in 2018 over the course of said C3. And so this ASM that eats clouds and replaces them with other things came from that particular SMW C3. C3 standing for Collective Creativity Convention or something like that. I actually don't know. Creativity Convention is definitely in there, but I don't know what the first C is. But all sorts of cool resources, including, but not limited to, LX5's power-up patch. I got an H on the first try. I've played this a few times, but I can't actually find any record for me playing it past late 2020. So I figured it might just be time for another playthrough after doing all those FR levels with the various power-ups in them. Ow. Well, this is... Oh, no, that's not fine 2. That's the opposite of fine 2. Ah. 1, 2, 3. Is that the end of the level? No. That's the end of the level. One advice, you can press select on the overall map at any time to save your progress, and I will. Anyway, I think this particular hack is pretty well done, forget the constraints it was underneath. Like the music and other things were also provided. I think some of it's like default graphics, but some of it is in fact like graphic packs that were released during C3. And it's got a nice, just aesthetic. Twister, but with chainsaws. Is this the level I think it is? Yeah. What's funny is an awful lot of the stuff, assuming that my knowledge is correct, like some of the tracks and whatnot, have just become very commonplace in SMW hacking. I'm pretty sure Door into Summer is going to show up at some point, and I hate those things. I'm not exactly sure what they are, but I don't like them. Also this. It's really annoying to get Mario through those, as it turns out. It has to do with his weight. And his weight changes depending upon if he's big or small, but not based upon other constraints. It's easy to just stand here, however, and not have to worry about buoyancy. Unlike right here, where you can't just stand there and not worry about buoyancy. Like, see, for some reason here, you can't just force it through. You gotta go all the way down. But significantly easier when you are a big Mario. Well, that's not good. Yeah, that's just fine. That's not good either. I do not like those things. I never will. What's up, Noah? How you doing? What's up, Squiggles? I guess up again, Squiggles. There we go. Mistakes were made. At GPT. Oof. Do you have some kind of primitive bot, AI bot named after that? It'd be kind of funny. There was a really good one, MIT Mystery Hunt, like last year or the year before, called Chat GPT. But the joke was it was a cat, because that's the word for cat in French. And so the cat would only respond to things in French, which was actually pretty funny. Well, the cat would only respond to French things, I suppose, is what I really mean to say here. But it was a good puzzle. Even for those of us who are a little AI tired. This is the one I remember being a huge pain. Apparently I've gotten a lot better at doing that particular trick. Either way, I'm happy with my 2 bots. I've got Speedy Cat Bot, I've got Sad Bot. The Sad Bot being a relatively obscure reference. And Speedy Cat Bot after, of course, the wonderful Flash animation that was, well, actually really after the song Speedy Cat, which is some sort of J-pop thing. Which then got a Flash animation. Whee! Alright, here's where it gets hard, because there's football involved. I do not like you footballs. Oh, whoops. Yeah, but SadBot is named after a specific advertising bot that was used for injecting advertising into Windows, like, 95, 98 era programs. And, yeah, just kind of, you know, piece of crap. Ow. Cat Cooter, that's better. That would indeed be better. I need to write it in Lisp, though. If we're going to write anything in anything, it's going to be in C# in the next couple days, because I need some more C# practice pre-ICFP. Was actually looking at some C# code I was thinking about borrowing for a little project. I'm debating whether or not, because I don't like it, how it's using some native stuff that I don't need. Like, I don't want to have to p-invoke a bunch of random stuff. Hello, football. Hello, other football. I've screwed up. I have not screwed up. Now, it's one of those things that back when I played this the first time, there was an awful lot of these areas that were very panic-inducing. I'm a moron. Then you get used to them. But yeah, SadBot came packaged with the Windows version of PKZip. And would therefore try to show you ads in the while you were online. Or download new ads if you were offline. That kind of nonsense. But it was the 90s. And I still haven't forgiven them. Ow. There used to be a website that documented this kind of thing pretty well called Counterexploitation. CEXX.org. But the dude took down most of that stuff forever ago. Basically, it was documentation of scams and stuff and the like. Other people probably do a better job these day and age. So kind of unnecessary now, but I do enjoy occasionally going back and reading an article or two from that era. Just as a, that's how things used to be kind of thing. It was a different time, back when people were afraid of cookies for some reason. Okay. No, those are both losing decisions there, because I can't walk onto this. What I needed to do was let the Yoshi grow, then hit the football. My favorite thing that he probably wrote on his website was basically a short, like, you call it a blog now, but an article, where he had been, one of his roommates in college had received a computer from his parents, as opposed to the more common approach in the 90s and early 2000s of simply purchasing the parts online and putting it together yourself. And it was a compact, and it sucked, was basically the gist of it. Including the somewhat hilarious bit of penny pinching where it did not include a CD audio cable and instead did everything by software, which at the time was definitely not the way to do it. Now every computer does that because got plenty of bus time for that. Okay. Order operations. Hit this, let the Yoshi eat it. Acquire football. Jump on football. See? A not so difficult puzzle that I made way harder than needed be. Way harder. Huh, football! Okay. I could be praying to John Madden on this stage. Eh, good enough. Oh, wait. Don't want some stranger leaving cookies in your browser if they contain gluten? No, no one really worried about that. Yump playthrough soon? Probably not. How you doing, Max? Now, just after the power-up stuff for the Fort Laza Reznor level design contest, I was in kind of a mood. A very specific, I kind of want to play mice because it comes from the same sort of era of thought. And looking back, it's been a long-ass time since I've played mice. I still am having trouble with that jump. Okay. Wait! I knew what to do there, and I messed up already. What's up, Dick Feynman? Why jump? Or why yump? Because Max is a troll. No more, no less. Never a complicated thing. That jump felt good. There we go. It's a good hack. Allegedly. Allegedly. Ah, I clipped right through it. Real issue was rogue cookie monsters who tried to too many cookies. I mean, the real issue was there was one guy with a specific axe to grind. Steve Gibson, I want to say? And basically... Oh, I was safe. And basically published an awful lot of articles in the various media at the time, like PC Magazine, about the dangers of cookies. And people took them very seriously, but of course now, like, cookies track people all the time. Why wouldn't they? That's what they're made for. There we go. This time was different. It turns out patience actually works really well in an awful lot of these levels. Ahaha! Juked it. What's up, Weregoose? It destroys, it saves and puts Mario in a corner. You actual gameplay experience on a real play. I'm surprised it destroys saves. Come to the dark side, maybe. I should ISO more, but I'm lazy. Either way, I just kind of wanted to play this game. I like it. Mario hides inside a husk of a Koopa. Oh, this level. This level is... Oh. I already have the thing unlocked. I don't want that. Well, you can't win them all. I just wanted to play like a really cool Koopa level, because there wasn't one of these in the pack of FR levels. And these can be very cool. Other times they can be incredibly irritating. But this one's really cool. Hey, hit the block. Still sometimes pretty irritating. Oh wait, I forgot what I was doing. It's also weird how much of this I remember, since the last time I played it was probably... What? Like, more than 5 years ago. That's just the tutorial pipe? I don't think that's the case. We'll check. That's why you tell all websites only use necessary cookies you trust before clicking that means anything at all. I like the do not track header that means you shouldn't track people. Like, pretty... Oh, it is a tutorial pipe. You're right. Instructions. Press down while running to go into a shell and let go of run to stop spinning. Okay, I must be letting go of Y then. Press L and R to reset to the last shell. Ah, that was probably a useful thing to know. And yeah, there's the pipe there. Forgot about the LR thing. I was like, I remember there being a reset mechanic, but I did not remember what it was. I also like this cactus right here. The inexplicable cactus in the middle of this otherwise normal forest. Anyway, I just looking at my to-do list and realizing this probably doesn't help me at all on it. But that's not gonna stop me! Not in the slightest. Ah. There we go. But like this whole level... Oh, whoops. I was gonna say this whole level flows very well together, and then you do that. I probably should have pressed L and R before dying. That would have been smart. Oh well. Yeah. I think that's the midway thing. Or was it a midway thing? I swear there was a second half to this level that was weirder. No, I don't want that. Like, this part I think is a weirder part. Yeah, this is not actually how the level continues. This is just the secret exit, if I recall correctly. I'm already here. I will stop and read about porn sites in a moment. Should do everything on incognito mode, that way when you get caught with a crime, they don't know what porn sites you've been to. Don't tell them it's a bar, but what else is open at night? It's a pornography store. I was buying pornography. One of those Simpsons moments of all time. Homer gets caught drunk driving. Coming directly from Moe's. Has to come up with a plausible alibi for what else is open at night. And of course, nothing but pornography would be open at night. Obviously. It's a very different era of Simpsons. I don't want to play this. Not like that. Yeah, what sucks about this is I think you're always stuck waiting the loop for the full cycle. You let go of Y somehow. What else? Actually, today was a pretty nice day. Hung out with a friend of mine. We've been trying to get, like, dinner together for a while, but due to scheduling conflicts, it wasn't possible. Initially, the idea was that we were going to get dinner near me, get some tacos. But this didn't work out because he just had crazy work stuff. Then we went downtown, because that's where he works. Or I went downtown. Oh, I beat the level. Cool. To where he works, and he was like half an hour late because he's a manager now, and he's dealing with a list of people who can get promotions and or raises, and needs to get final approval for that. And apparently, it just took forever. Ground Beef Switch Palace. I don't remember this level at all. Watch out! Try to murder your enemies to get one-ups before the grinder murders them. Oh, okay. In retrospect, there was a better way to do that. But yeah, I went downtown to the barbecue place that's near the Smith building. I had a little bit of fun reminiscing about some of the buildings I've worked in when I worked downtown for a little bit. Which include the Smith building, bizarrely enough. Which was once the tallest structure, like, west of the Mississippi. That was oh so long ago. Just spent a while tooling around downtown waiting for him. We're supposed to have... Aha! I got the up too! Yep, switch ballast will turn things into that. I'm fine with that. Anyway, I went to that barbecue place like 10 years ago when I worked downtown, and it was okay then, and it is still okay now. It's not great. But at least it's fast, and it's not terribly expensive compared to other stuff downtown. Something weird about Seattle is I feel like barbecue typically usually meets all three legs of the stool. It's good, fast, and cheap when done correctly. So, for instance, or at least fast and cheap if done correctly. So in San Francisco, there used to be a place called T-Dubs on Fridays, which was one of the weirdest restaurants I'd ever been to. But it was a pretty adequate barbecue place. Like, it wasn't amazing by any stretch of the imagination, but, like, you paid 20 bucks, you got 3 days worth of meat. And basically, dude would shovel it out of trays pretty much in front of you as you ordered. So, like, you got the good, you got the fast, you got the cheap, and it was okay. Like, it wasn't the world's best barbecue, but it was serviceable. But you go to a barbecue place in Seattle, somehow it's not cheap, and often it's not that good. There's one that's pretty decent, that's in Freelard, but it's not fast, and it's not cheap, which is bizarre to me, because like barbecue is all about pre-making stuff effectively. Like, they're not gonna smoke the meat right in front of you. That's not how any of this works. Ain't no time to, like, smoke a brisket for several hours. I guess we need to get out of the shell. While someone's waiting, but somehow, every time I go there, I swear I end up waiting like 20 minutes just to order. And it's not just, even if there's only like one person in line. Like, even if there's only one person in line, it still takes forever. It is confounding. Alright. Well, we'll see where this takes us. Again, the issue is one of price. It's just kind of annoying to pay that much and be kind of meh. A place also had beef ribs one week, and I was like, oh, I love beef ribs. I haven't had those in forever. Not since Dixie's. And Dixie's was a very beloved barbecue place in Redmond that quit after basically everybody involved had heart attacks, which is depressing in all honesty. But yeah, dude... Originally, his son was going to sort of succeed in his business, and take over the catering. He had already taken over the catering side and was going to, like, take over the business too, but then he died, and then his dad died, and then I think it was his wife or his grandmother that kept running the place for a long time, and then both of them died. By the time, like, the last time I went there forever ago, it was pretty sad in all honesty. Like, it used to have lines out the door around lunchtime, and it was to a point where there was just nothing left. Of course, an awful lot of it was driven by the dude's personality, Gene Ray, who would bring out the man for people to taste, which was a exceptionally spicy condiment. I use the word condiment quite explicitly because he did not like the term sauce applied to it. He would say, "What? The man ain't no ketchup!" It used to be a Microsoft institution to take people to meet the man, which is basically just, you know, melt your face off hot sauce this dude liked to make. Condiment. But yeah, pretty much all the barbecue places that I'd been to in Seattle in recent years have either, like, closed or just don't exist anymore. Or weren't that great to begin with. Like, Jack's is still around, Jack's South Lake Union, but every time I go there, I'm just sad. Like, I spend a lot of money and I get something I'm not terribly happy with. Maybe they've gotten better. Maybe my spite is not warranted after another year or so of waiting. Because last time I went to there, it was actually right after Monday PAX. Oh, hello. Thank you for the raid. This level uses layer 3, so it didn't show up right. But that's a good handbrake moment. What's up, Grindstone88? Oh, gotta reset. How's the stream? What we up to? Hope it's something fun. We are just playing stick mice in my head and get them back out with a hammer. A small jump team snack, which was a lot of fun last time I played it, which I think might have been like 2019 or something. But it was made out of C3 resources. How do you... oh, wait. Maybe you get out of your shell. I forget how that part works. Heard of this, but never seen it. Good luck. Thank you. You know, it's a really good hack. It's not very long. It's 19 exits. I've only been playing for 30 minutes, and I definitely have gotten further along. Actually, Fries isn't around. Let me do this really quick. What's up, Mika? Next person who isn't yourself will turn to dust and blow away. What do you do? I don't believe my answer would be applicable to say on Twitch in a nice way, so I'm not going to say anything. What's up, Mika? How you doing? Play support Hard Marios. Oh, okay. Just makes me think of the Skittles touch. You ever see that ad where like this guy works in like a used bookstore and talks about how everything he touches turns to Skittles? It's like, I shook a man's hand. We had a conversation with a man on a bus today. Now he'll never see his children ever again as he pours some Skittles out of his hand. It's truly morbid and hilarious. You are the shell? Yeah, this like, the thing here is this is LX5's power-up pack. Basically, it includes all of the power-ups you would expect to see from basically an awful lot of older Mario games, as well as a few that LX5 had come up with himself. Which includes... there we go, that's how you do that part. Which includes, bizarrely enough, the bubble power-up that ended up in Mario Wonder. I don't know what I'm doing there. I don't know what I'm doing here. But I think this one's a new Super Mario Bros. Come on, there we go. Much better. Up. Wherein you don't get P-Speed. It's the bubble power-up from New Super Mario Bros. U's Baby Yoshi. Having not played it, I will defer to you. I still maintain that Mario Maker 2 stole the P-Balloon mechanics from Super Fart World. It was in the DS one. Don't know why they didn't put any other ones. I did not know that. Oh. Oh, wow. I'm getting rated. Or no, I'm not rated. What? Resub. What's up, Matt? How you doing? Thank you for the 32 months. Y'all doing this in the level that uses layer 3 backgrounds. Yeah, that one, exactly. That is inside... that particular bubble power-up is inside this particular... why do I... okay, well, let's at least see what's ahead of here. The end of the level. Okay. I didn't play New Super Mario Bros. U. I played New Super Mario Bros. Period, the DS one. I don't remember it having the bubble. 24, 34. Okay, well, that happens sometimes. What I get for... what is up with my Y button? Apparently, I just let go of Y randomly. Usually, this doesn't cause me problems. There's no bubble, only in Wii or Wii U, the ones in multiplayer? I did play New Super as a request, and that was a lot of fun, back when requests were still a thing. They aren't anymore, because I'm still way behind on them, says the man who isn't presently playing one of those. What is up with my... maybe I should use X. Maybe Y is just not a good button for this. Alright, well. Frog Suit needs to make a comeback. Speaking of which, there will be Frog Suit in this. It's not soon, but there will be some. Frog Suit, I believe made by Morsel himself, but I might be misremembering. There we go. hold X this time. Look, sometimes things don't work right. There we go. And what is this link? Custom shooting power-up. Huh. Interesting. Alright, next level. I love this track. And it fits so well. Oh yeah, it's a layer 2 level. Just run them right into each other. That way they can be friends. These things are weird. They also have a small chance of crashing the game, so I really shouldn't touch them. A hack that's all boot mechanics? It could be. I do like seeing, like, specific... like, ridiculously specific hacks, or like, I'm gonna do all of this one gimmick this whole way through. Even when it's something like Waterworld, where, like, it's not even that ridiculous of a gimmick. Those are Paper Mario enemies? Huh. Today I learned. I was unaware. I'll be honest, I always thought that they were some sort of, like, weird OC thing. Like original Caterpillar, do not steal. All one screen rooms in a row. Yeah! We have things that are slightly different now. We have the P-Balloon. Everyone's favorite object. Oh, I'm good. I just wait for him to explode. It's you, because... Oh, it is you more because it's integrated in SMW, the idea of having a frog level, you have to see one. Like I said, there is one in this. It's an incredibly sillily named thing. It's like him, name Am Clive Frog, Thompson Clive Frog, which I think is a reference to South Park. It's like, I think Cartman had Clive Frog at some point in one of the earlier seasons. Like, the only thing I remember about that specifically was the... Oh, whoops. Oh, that was what I was supposed to do. Was the Wild Wild West parody where he talks about the big metal spider. Which, of course, was also when the kitty was going to eat his pot pie. He did not want the kitty to eat his pot pie. Which is understandable, because he wanted to eat the pot pie himself. But, it was early South Park, and early South Park was weird. Okay, didn't die. I just remember this level. This game has the propeller level. Something my desire to beat this has just gone down significantly. Jump half did that one. I mean, the thing is that, like, several hacks have done one-screen things. Or the pipe thing, or something. Kind of Mega Man style. There's more than one ASM that does it these days, I'm pretty sure. Jump half playthrough would be fun. Not today. Ah, trepenation clinic. I learned what that means. It means to put a hole in one's head. Apparently, this was a way that people would try to cure mental illness at some points in history. I think it's probably called that because of this critter here that's doing the thing where it's stuck against the wall. But it's pleasant. For what it is. As a whole hack gimmick. Oh, I didn't do this. Well, I did do this right, huh? I got lucky. I mean, Jump Half didn't do that as its only gimmick. It had several gimmicks. But... what was I thinking? Actually, I wonder what the first one-screen hack was. Like, where do we actually find that specific gimmick to come from in hackingdom? Maybe 100 rooms of enemies? Oh, I do have technical fire. Sweet! Glad I checked. Technical fire is best power-up. Is truly one of the greats of all time. Oh, I did that right and then I didn't. Alright, they do that. These things are weird. Ah. Actually, I have to think at some points here. Why did I do that? There was no reason to do that. Ooh, a mushroom. I remember this now. For some reason, I had assumed, perhaps incorrectly, that those were going to fill in. I needed to jump on them. Instead of what I needed to do, which was what ended up happening. Ah. That worked. I knew it. Why did I do that? Isn't that a question all time Pat likes to ask? Well, it's one of those things where there's a simulus response, and you have to ask, why did the response go that way, you know? And sometimes you just don't have a good answer. Hey, let's get ballin'. This level uses the super ball. Superb ball. Thanks for the G. Okay, those guys are immune. Right, okay, I remember how this level works now. It is a super ball. Now, I was just doing a riff off of the superb owl thing people often make joke about with regards to the Super Bowl. One of those things that people who do not like sports will frequently say, ah, yes, the superb owl. As someone who is pretty much okay with sports, I don't feel the need to do that. But some people really feel the need to say it. Oh, I need to be in here. I think that the grass might be an indicator of something useful. Just guessing based upon my... Oh, wait, hello. There's a box. Hey, listen! See those tufts of grass? Question mark, 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 question mark. They guide you. Good to know. It's illegal to start this early? No, it just happened to work out that today. How you doing, Fries? I don't think these tufts of grass are guiding me well enough. I think I understand what it's telling me to do now. What's up, Simon? Always feels bad to pick up a subtle hint and then find a much more blatant one later. I mean, I beat this a few years ago. I remember a surprising amount of this. So nothing's really surprising or hinty. That reminds you? I'm curious. I mean, really the answer is I got the stuff I needed to do done and got back here early enough that I was like, yeah, okay, I guess I'll do this instead. Like, sometimes it works out that way. Not every day, mind you, but some days. I went downtown, had lunch with a friend, and then I went to downtown pinball place that was open. Oh, I missed out on that moon. Oh well. Played decent game of Deadpool. Set a PB on that. Broke Black Knight 2000 again, which is always depressing. I love that machine, but it does not love me. Ah. And then took a nice walk back. And then when it was about, well, 8 p.m., I was like, oh, I should stream. And then I dithered around until about 8:30. And change. Oh yeah, tufts of grass will guide me. Maybe. Okay, we made it. Like I said, I remember some of these things. Oh no! Okay, I didn't remember that. Okay. Ah, I see. That was my own damn fault. There we go. Oh, that was a climbing surface. I wasn't prepared for that. I'm curious what it reminds Fries of, but we'll see in a moment. But also, I got up a bit earlier today too, so I didn't want to be like awake to degenerate hours if I wanted to stream. Was gonna meet my friend downtown for lunch at 1, but he was late, and so I could have slept in by not an unfair margin. But alas. Said good game of Deadpool. I beat T-Rex mode for once. Hadn't done that ever. Got 3 out of 4 of the multi-balls I know how to get in Deadpool. They're, unlike some other Deadpools I've played, they had a really solid spinner on the Disco Girl Dazzler, I think. Dazzler, ramp. Ramp? Loop? Ah, I see. Then I need to hurry. Which makes getting her multi-ball very easy, because it's only like 45 spinner spins. But when you can't rip them, it kind of sucks. So I ended up getting set up for every single multi-ball before I actually got into a mode, which was incredibly silly. Incredibly silly. A few hours of surgery, you got help to go to the toilet because you had to poop. Sat for 20 minutes without success. They came back and helped you. When the nurse came back, she asked if you pooped or peed. Looked them in both of the eyes and said, yes, I'm slightly boss-eyed. And said, a pee-pee is not always a poo-poo, but a poo-poo is always a pee-pee. Sheesh. Sheesh fries. Alright, you gotta be... Oh, hey, look, a box! The arrow means throw boomerang left to hit the target. Versus poke you in, versus chuck win, versus swamp lose. Alright, well, got one. Sometimes all you need is one. Going aggro on these pokies. Okay, minor problem with my plan. Is that what I was supposed to do? Oh, I need to get the brick all the way through there. They laughed super hard. Nice. Very nice. Oh, that didn't work. That had more momentum than I wanted to have. There we go. Wait, what am I doing with this brick? It's one of those, I know there's a setup here, but I don't know what it is yet. And, oh, that's lagging, thanks. It's probably what it needed. There's this brick. That brick there. Continued. Versus Thwimp lose. Same goes for all other sprites in castle levels. Balls. Mistakes were made. Just gonna park it. Okay, this time shall be different. I'm not gonna run into the Thwimp. Guess I wouldn't have been able to do anything there anyway, because of how that worked. Midway. I don't think that's what I wanted to do. Alright, well, let's just test this theory out and see if it is what I need to do, or if I need that shell immediately thereafter. Hey, look, I need that shell immediately thereafter. I'm not reading all that, sup, Matt? Oh no, TTS is reading that. That might take a hot minute. Maybe one day it'll actually start. It takes real time for it to read it. I missed both of them. Fun fact, due to the fact that you can actually explode the length of some things in TTS land, actually truncate all TTSs to approximately 500 characters regardless. Not that it ends up mattering too often. It's also why I have cancellation as an option. Well? Oh, that's not gonna work. Ah, convenient. A retry. Yeah, much easier when you actually remember what you're doing. Oh. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, that was fine. And I get a 1-up! Awesome. Oh, and then it's this part. What's the deal with this part? Like, this isn't what you're supposed to do. Oh, I need to bring the shell up there while accomplishing this feat. trying to think if this is... it probably isn't. Let's just retry. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm supposed to do. We can just do it the way it's supposed to. Well, not that way. Up. And there we go. Simple as. I'm already halfway through the game. Which is to say also, like, the really hard parts are yet to come. Pretty sure it's the train level. Yep. Butch, Cassidy, and the Sundance Kid, 2. I wonder what percentage of active ads are yours. I could figure this out if I wanted to. I'm pretty sure this is a song from The Simpsons, by the way. At least it feels like a Simpson-y song. Oh wait, I can go back? Huh. Only remember making 2. That's fair. Oh, I see. Oh man, who was it? Maybe it was Blue Ribbon, but we spent a while watching, I think it was Fen, try to figure out how to beat, or how to even play Bart's Nightmare. Like, we watched for like a good 30 minutes. That game is a trip. And not in the good way. It's the intro or a version thereof, yes. Like, it's probably from one of the many Simpsons licensed games. Like, there's a lot of them. I think the arcade game is the one that's probably held to be, like, the best one. Maybe Hit and Run. I vaguely remember there was, like, a Simpsons game for the Xbox 360 that people liked. I might be wrong on that front, but... that's what I recall. Yeah, that's a better way through that. I like the harpsichord sound in a bit. It's good train music. And midway. I like these blocks. They're very 80s Microsoft logo styled. I didn't even look at the position of those, I just went. Judging by the position of the sun and the moon, probably the bottom of the ocean. So I bit lots of holes into them. Sported my blanc line. Alright. Some of these rooms are fairly easy. Others require a little more forethought. I feel like we're getting close to the end, though. Hey, it's a train! Oh, it's the engine. Very 80s MS style patches. Have you never seen the biblet? I mean, Microsoft's logo. Biblet? Micro... like, this was a thing. Yeah, history of the thing. Why can't I find the word biblet? Yeah, that's the right word? Apparently on a very different one. Libet, maybe? But basically it was the O with the lines drawn across. And we gotta go to FURCON now. Nobody wants to go to FURCON 98. Or 18. Collect the 5 dragon coins, then return here. But first, you have to go get your Tanuki suit. When one goes to FURCON, one has to suit up. No, I just like the fact that there is a name for that specific weird O thing that Microsoft was all about at that point in time. It's Blibit or Biblet or something. Eventually I'm going to end up in the room with the fursuit. I have to at some point. Maybe jump off here? No. Alright, I guess we need to go higher then. Love how the lives icon is a boomerang. It just happens sometimes, you know? Imperfect things. Also, Door into Summer. Beautiful track. I'm missing something. I passed it 3 times. It's not exactly what's happening. It was down there. I need a mushroom to get it. Like, that's the first step of FURCON, is getting my mushroom down to my fursuit. One of which it appears I'm very ill-suited at doing. I can't. That is actually inaccessible till I get the mushroom. Which he realized is actually trivial because he doesn't have to do that. Too impatient. I thought impatience! You need the fursuit powers. Tanuki Tech. Down and Y for a statue, it kills things. Run fast and tap E to fly. Y flaps tail, see? Really, I just needed the fursuit. Build up P-speed so you can do a Mario jump. See, there's a gimmick. I do believe this is actually a morsel level. Just to make things weirder. Okay. Try again. Yeah, there's some morsel weird cuts in here. What's funny is you'd expect the coins to also be furry themed, but no, it's just Yoshi. That's scaly instead. It's morsel because he reuses the secret exit of his VLDC 6 level. What does that mean? See, it's not impatience. I just needed to have the ability I didn't have before. Now that was impatience. Anyway, I'll put down the gain P-speed to do a P-speed thing under the same line of advice as shoot the Cyber Demon until it dies. Very well-intentioned advice. Reuses the secret exit of VLDC 6. Guess I've never seen Morsel's VLDC 6 level, nor any VLDC levels, 6 levels. I was gonna say it's a surprisingly tight timer, but it actually isn't. Well, 2 out of 5. This entire thing is a very vertical-oriented level. Which often makes me wonder how we used to do some of these things back in the day. Like pressing B on these things. Missed out on the 6-pack bongo era. Eh, it happens. I did that first try. I'm happy with that. That's 3 dragon coins. That's what the hidden mushroom's about, is just dropping your fursuit there. Now, the thing about this level is if I die, I have to do everything over again. There's no partial credit. so best to be careful. Oop, there we go. I don't know if that's gonna make a difference, but I'm gonna get the mushroom anyway. Just don't die. Good Korean advice. I never said it'd be easy. I just said I understood what was going on. Why do I need that shell? Why do I think I need that shell? Oh, I see. Okay. Maybe. Let's see if that gives a mushroom. Or if it gives a fursuit every time. Nope, it gives a mushroom. Okay, so much for that idea. Gotta sleep? Alright, well, sleep well. Gonna enjoy my FURCON. What's up, G-Bads? How you doing? Just trying to remember how this darn puzzle works. Don't die, don't die, don't die. Oh, I made a poor decision. Oh, it went back. Good! Some point, Matt, I'm gonna put a limiter on that. Not sure when, I'm not sure where, or how much, but there's going to be a limiter. Okay, why do I need that? What am I trying to accomplish with the shell? I need to get up there. There's an arrow pointing up. That didn't change anything. And you, Squiggles literally just used it. Oh, maybe that's it. Just do a loop instead. Yeah, that was it. I was looking at this involving like some of the Tanuki tech rather than just raccoon tech. It's true. Am I using it at the end of my stream to force into stream overtime? No. No, if I'm done, I'm done. It happens. Don't step on the brown. Yeah, that's what happens. It eats the block. It's a block eating story. Okay, that one's free. And I can lift it up here. And then I need to be way more prepared when I get up there. This is the VLDC6 segment? Interesting. Well, it has to be slightly different, because you can't use the Tanuki power in that. Well, at least I got the segment. Who's over here? Oh, a moon. Wonder how that worked. Okay, last one. And the most dangerous one of all. I have no... Oh, I need the shell. It has this obscure item called Cape Feather. Okay, fine, fine. You're not wrong about that. Actually, can I just make this jump? I can just make this jump. I'm massively overthinking this. Wait, my hands are sticky! Nope, my hands are still sticky. It's a mechanic! We're the sticky bandits. We'll leave the faucets on whenever we rob a house. We'll be the wet bandits. You just don't expect it. I mean, I don't know, maybe... I would imagine getting your fursuit sticky would be really bad for it. But, I don't know. That was it. That was FURCON. Only one thing left to do. Not that. Why in the world are those there? I don't trust anything anymore. Alright, see you later, Matt. Sleep well. For reals this time. Let's not die. We can now exit FURCON. With our key. Thank you for the G. Oh, saws. The first of 2 propeller levels. I remember this one is the less painful of the 2. Banger track, though. I'm trying to decide if that's supposed to, the drums are supposed to sound like that, or if there's some sort of mistake. It does have a little bit of a fork in the garbage disposal feel to it. You take those. For some reason, I have a lot of muscle memory around this level. Oh, that renews? Okay, cool. Also, suddenly Amiga Core sounding. No! The level knows what it's about. The missile knows where it is, because it knows where it isn't. It knows where it wasn't, because it knows where it was. By subtracting the 2, whichever is greater, you end up with a difference, or deviation. There we go. This time shall be different. Was really waiting for that. Yeah, that was relatively short compared to, oh, yeah. Oh, right, there's a blue laser. Oh, right, relatively short was true before I messed up. I'm pretty sure I have to go through the whole ring again. So we'll see in a minute. Nope, there's a kindness door. Nope, there's not. You gotta go through the whole thing again. That's why this level's relatively short, because if you fuck up the boost, you get to do it again. It's kind of weird that you're stuck in that mode, even on the vines. Makes us... Wall clips! I was so excited, too, because I thought I was already out of this level. There are definitely harder levels in this pack. In this Mario mod. I hesitated. He who hesitates is lost. He who hesitates frequently orders last. Guess that's a minor thing of marginal interest. How did Mountain Dew today? Haven't had many Mountain Dews in recent years. It was okay. What's up, Kappa? Just been a long time. There we go. Alright, let's get the boost. I'm gonna wait till I can see the boo laser's position. Alright, you know what? That worked out. Kind of. Hopefully I don't need to hit it 6 times. I was holding up! That was just bad timing all around. Yeah, I kind of greeted that ending and really shouldn't have. So also has like massive slowdown. Gotta love a level where like the entire like set of difficulty is really just like one obstacle. There we go. Let me just wait a cycle. It was right there. The ending was right there all along. Okay. There we go. This is much better. No, it's not! I panicked! Oh! I do not like this ending. There was no need to panic there. Yes, I'm aware. Believe me, I'm aware. Frequently, when you're dealing with bosses, impatience is actually a virtue. The faster you burn through them, the less chance they have to be annoying. It's just a nature of bosses. There we go. There we go. Alright, cool. We made it. Also, the wingsuit, like, the flying cap suit is not as good as it is in later revisions of this, where you actually have an ability to air stall with it, which you just don't have here. And of course, the fact that, you know, in that Super Mario World, when you're twirling around, you have a very hard time grabbing things. It is basically a matter of luck if you happen to grab an object when you're spinning. Yeah, it was 3. What's this one? Everything is everything ever. It's not the kind of thing that should win an Oscar award. It's Mario? Oh, never mind. It's just Mario's mushroom. I'm pretty sure I remember the gimmick of this level now. It's ghosts. And rocket pants! Oh yeah, that's weird. These seem to spin a little bit slower than I was expecting. Where's this gonna take me? Back to the beginning. No more coins for me. Important fact. Don't do that. Important fact. No, the ghost boomerangs are actually somewhat... They're not randomized, they're actually consistent per level, like, in general. They persist exactly as you left them in Vanilla Mario World. I'm fairly certain for this one they set the rotation. Pretty sure for this one they set the rotation to be maximally annoying on spawn. It's a rather important thing to know about, like, OLDC or VLDC tile levels, is that the boomerangs will persistently, there we go, stay where they were supposed to be, as opposed to maybe where you want them to be. And there are some emulators that somehow get this wrong. Like, I'm pretty sure the one inside of Lunar Magic does that. But basically, this is why no one ever builds levels that depend upon boomerang coordination. Why is it so hard to actually activate my rocket pants when coming out of a pipe? That was better. I didn't bonk my head that time. Hey, look at Midway. Don't care. I thought about caring and decided against it. It's amazing how well that works. Weird ghost DNA thing. We have sine waves at home. Wasn't sure if actually it would last long enough there. Not today, other sines. Oh god. It probably wasn't going to work anyway. Probably. Just wait. All those who dwell in the rocket house. Okay. Wait for it. Okay. Much better. You know, for some reason I remember that level being a lot longer. I must be thinking of a different section later in the game. Oh, you think you're big, kid. This is a level. This might also be a morsel thing. There's also a mushroom here. And Door into Summer, because everyone loves Door into Summer. Honestly, I think Chaotix, probably the best thing to come out of Knuckles Chaotix, period, is the music. Like, the tracks are really good. And the 32X actually did allow for some interesting stuff. Not that it was exploited by many games, but There was a good, what was a GST Mix video about that, and then a even better one where he corrected himself. Turns out he was wrong about how many games actually use the software mixing stuff. And people pointed him out. Oh, whoops. Near the end of the section, too. But yeah. Like, there weren't even that many games on the 32X. It just wasn't that popular of a thing, and Chaotix is probably the one anyone ever played. What's up, Vintage? How you doing? Just talking about the 32X because this is playing Knuckles Chaotix music. It is truly one of the more interesting consoles in terms of, like, the division of labor and how it works in that. Because it is kind of bonkers when you think about it. The Genesis still has to control an awful lot of the game state. Just rely upon the 32X for its extra multimedia capabilities. I don't know why I ran into that. Also, multimedia capabilities is fun to say. Huh. Let me check something real quick. I maybe need to refresh the overlay. It might have broken. Ads, buttons, display, hack plus chat. Eh? Where'd it go? Oh, this is in friggin' ads mode, that's why. Good, started an SMW hack. Nice. Took me a moment. What hack? Yoshi's Revenge? I saw Glitch playing a bit of that, and it looked hard. Very hard. Now I remember, I never actually bothered putting the overlay on to the ad version, because the ad version was so ad hoc. Oh god! I forgot those explode. I feel it's some kind of silly sometimes when you, like, do really well on a level the first time and then subsequently cannot reproduce your success. Feels similarly on some pinball machines. Like, I felt like my first Stranger Things playthrough might have been one of my better ones. No, actually, I was one shot away from completing the Stranger Things challenge mode today. I was really pissed. I had 2 balls in multi-ball, and all I had to do was beat up one more Demogorgon, and I thought I had it. I didn't think I'd get past the Demon Dog section, to be honest. But I just messed it up. SMW 3? Interesting. SMW D40. Everything would be very well lubricated in SMW D40. I'm not familiar with that particular hack. I would say the Stranger Things challenge mode is definitely one of the weirder ones I've played. It comes in multiple stages. 7 of them. First stage is just hit the left ramp over and over. And then I think the second one is like hit all of the available ramp and loop shots. And then there's another one. Anyway, eventually, like, the 6th one is hit all of the right loop shots, or ramp shots. Just hit that like 3 times. And then finally, it's just do the Gorgon fight, the same one that the game, like, wants you to start off in. Not a hard thing, but just flubbed it at the last second. I had a 2-ball multi-ball going, too, so it shouldn't have been that hard, but here we are. Right. That's not the hard part. Oh, -3 easy difficulty? Ah, okay. You can't jump when holding an object. I feel that's important to demonstrate why I did it that way. The easy difficulty is one of those hack makers who I'm always surprised at to see someone, like, singing the accolades of, just because of how rough his first many few hacks were. But I'm really proud of him. Like, I'm glad he's grown and gotten into a point, found his own groove, and, like, figured out how to make hacks that aren't the same over and over. Like, it very much was the case where, like, you'd be playing one of his hacks, you'd play, like, 12, 18 levels, none of which were terribly different from each other, and then have to fight a stupid, irritating Bowser. And they were all that... Oh, and then the difficulty would ramp up in the last level significantly. And that was it. That was, like, the style easy difficulty had cultivated. And now you look at what he's doing and what people are enjoying, like... It's just a night and day. Again, just good for him. What are we supposed to do there? Remember what to do here. Don't know how some hack makers are so prolific. I think some of it's just a matter of just constantly sticking at it. Just spending a lot of time doing. Okay. What? It made a noise! If I really want to, I can bring that key all the same way. All the way? Really? How? I can't jump with the key. I can throw it up. Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure I need the said key. Being small also means your hitbox is smaller. You want to be big, kid is actually a line from the intro to one of the stages of Parappa 2. In said stage, because of a mess up with the remote and the fact that Parappa's dad is a wacky inventor, he and this general dude whose head is a potted plant end up shrinking... Oh, I didn't realize you could do that without momentum. End up shrinking Parappa and his friend Teddy, I think? I forget what his name is, but he's a bear. And then they run into the guru ant, who explains how to be big. And grows up really big, like, building-sized, or can get into space-sized, and decides he really doesn't actually like being that big. How? How would you do this? I feel like I'm gonna die by being crushed. I don't really want the key, but I'm mildly curious about the mechanics involved. I thought I'd land on it. That key too? Interesting. Yeah, Parappa 2 was a much weirder game than the original game, because the problem that... Basically, all the problems that Parappa has in the first game are reasonable problems a young man might have. Like, the first scene where he has to go learn karate from Chop Chop Master Onion, because he doesn't, you know, he's worried about getting beat up. He wants to have a certain amount of martial prowess. So he learns karate from an onion. And then the second problem he has, he needs to learn how to drive. So he learns how to drive by rapping with a water buffalo, I want to say it is. Third one, he breaks said car and has to pay off the repair costs before his dad notices, or else his dad will bite him. So he learns how to go to the flea market and sell his earthly possessions with a severely stoned frog. Oh, crap, am I toast? No. And then, what was the fourth one? He has to bake a cake for his crush. So he learns how to bake a cake from wrapping chicken. You know, it's all just kind of weird solutions to normal problems. How would you have gotten this? Huh. I guess you do need to bring the key the whole way. How? I don't need to do it. But that must be how you're supposed to get the moon. Little green mice. Next to the Z's. Another absolute banger from Chaotix. That's another way to do it. You just kind of fall into it. Boing. As opposed to Unjammer Lammy, where you play a hose like a guitar that puts fires on. Yeah, it's really the thing, right? Like, Unjammer Lammy, she has ridiculous problems and solves them all by playing the guitar. Ridiculous problems. Like the first one is that she forgets that she has a dream where she's playing guitar but forgets how to play the guitar. Second one is she has to put out a fire because otherwise she can't continue on her quest to go to her band's concert, which is happening in like 8 minutes from the moment she woke up. And then she has to fly a plane? Is the third one fly a plane? I think third one. No, third one is the kids. She has to put a bunch of kids down for a nap. Which is incredibly weird. She plays a small rabbit like a guitar because the guitar is in her mind. So therefore she can, you know, solve all her problems by playing it as if it's a guitar. Then it's the airplane, which she flies and lands an airplane by playing the guitar. What's the next one? Oh, and then she forgets her guitar. So she has to go make a new guitar with a beaver dude, and she has to use a chainsaw, like a guitar. If you're noticing a pattern here, it might be because there is one. Ooh, that was weird. There we go. And then I think the fifth one depends upon which version of the game you're playing. So, if you're playing the original Japanese version, why would you ever do that? Lammy goes to hell and just dies. Straight up dies and goes to hell. And she has to leave hell by helping an idol sing a song, do a performance. And it looks like the game's over, too. Like, it's a really funny bit. But in the American version, they decided hell was too much. They sent her to a deserted island instead. It's all very odd. And then finally, she has to actually play a song with her band. I actually have the Jammer Lammy soundtrack in my car. I actually got the CD. The problem is, it has a lot of like weird sketches between some of the songs, where like Joe Chin, I think that's his name, comes in and like advertises some weird thing. It also has a version, well, it has a bit where I think Parappa gets a verse in the final song, which is actually pretty nice. That was not the direction I expected. And then finally, there's like an extra song about Keep Your Head Up, I think it's called. Which is mostly about Lammy making mistakes in life and needing to just kind of own them and go across. But it's weird because it changes tempo a few different times in it. It's very weird music. Dang it. Yeah, I didn't realize you downloaded the soundtrack one day and was shocked when the first song is "You Think You Can Play on Hell," and so you think you can play on an island. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, on an island is pretty easy. I imagine even if, you know, she wasn't having the day she was having, she could probably play on an island pretty easily. It's a friggin' island. Is the lack of connection to a larger landmass really gonna do her in? Probably not. She already landed a plane today. But Parappa World is weird that way. And then Parappa 2 is weirdly about, like, Parappa wanting to be be manly or find his own style or something. Like, Parappa 2 is just weird. The problem is they move at a constant velocity, and I do not. But the real plot of Parappa is that all foods are being replaced with noodles. And spoiler, it's the kid who runs the burger shop who's tired of burgers because his mom ate so many burgers she turned into a burger, and it's just weird. But there's a whole rap song about burgers versus other types of food, which is honestly pretty dang awesome. In parentheses, let me state the fact clearly. Like, just absolutely bonkers. I think he had a TV show in Japan. I'm unaware of if it's any good or not. Right, that's the part I always mucked up. And it's a long level, too. Still doing ads? I think you must be close to those being over. This is one where I remember, like, the midway is ridiculously far into the level. And, like, the stuff past the midway I remember being a lot easier than the lead up. That worked. Okay, then I need to drill through here. Six, 7, 8. Yeah, 40 minutes of ads. Okay, well, that explains that. Really thought it would be over by now. I think it says something about the weirdness of Twitch. I rarely get anyone commenting on the fact that there is this bizarro ad overlay on my stream. Every once in a while I get people who think it's actually like ads, like the unskippable Twitch ones. Which, of course, they're not, because these are more fun. Say I should do another Adventures in Advergaming stream, but, what? No! Dagnabbit, I didn't press down. I pressed left and right, and it interpreted it down. I always wonder about people who want to have longer mandatory sections. Like, I always feel if I go through a door, I should get a checkpoint. That's generally how I feel about how this stuff should work. So it always feels silly when, like, I end up in a section area like this where there's a bunch of longer sections. And then, nope, you have to go through the door. Okay. What am I actually looking at here? That was a bad idea, okay. I don't know why it wanted me to do it that way, but I'm not going to do it that way. It was one day away from retirement. Actually, I'm get worried that my thing's broken. It's one of those things where, like, I don't mind having ads, but I feel like having 40 minutes of them is mildly excessive. Just gotta think about it. I still get ahead on, like, YouTube stuff. Need to put out, Recursed. It was fun to see Fiskbit play it recently. It's kind of cool to see people struggle through the same puzzles that you struggled through, even if they were a while ago and you don't remember the solution. There was one that pissed him off mightily. Because he thought that he had solved it, and it turned out that he hadn't. But I looked at my solution because I had some timestamps to look at there. No! And like, he had done exactly the same thing. He just happened to get a little bit unlucky with the positioning of the key with relation to another object, which was just unfortunate. But still a really good game. Fun to look at, fun to play. When I finally saw what the solution was to the final red crystal, I was kind of gobsmacked because I'd forgotten it entirely. And I was like, really? That's what I had to do? Which again, it was cool to see, but man, that was an involved one. I think someone in chat at the time even mentioned that, like, that was the hardest level in the game. I have no idea why he wants you to do it that way. Turning on the twirling right after falling through the water is like the most annoying task this game requires. Screwed up the pattern. Like, pipe fine. Dropping through the water is surprisingly difficult. Oh, it did finally finish. It was 40 minutes. I do not understand. Oh, okay, don't do that. Not worth it. Okay. Give myself a minute. Okay, I want to jump when it's on the upswing, I think. No! I didn't push up! I didn't push down! It only takes one frame of a down press, and the SNES has such a mushy D-pad. It's very likely to accidentally get one of those. I have disagreements with how this should work. It should require a hold, not a press. It's like, look. Like, that's a single frame. Okay. Sort of crack, crack, crack the egg into the bowl. Okay. I'm pretty sure you need to keep the suit past this point. Oh, I guess you don't. Huh. That's convenient. At least I did it. Like, comparatively, this section, again, is much easier than the prior one. And then there's this. You can just swim out of that. That was not what I intended to do, but whatever. Not what you're meant to do there. Yeah, you absolutely have to have the twirl there. You can't get through that any other way. What else? What else? What else? Oh yeah, broken Black Knight machines. I really wanted to play some Black Knight 2000 because it's fun. I played a couple games and then I got stuck. Because the bridge didn't actually fully engage downward, which sucked. Oh, I misunderstood what I was supposed to do here. Had the weirdest night terror happen? Oh, that sucks. I assume that means you just woke up? I feel like how it tracks you perfectly, so you can't ever fail it. It's the weirdest thing. Like, I feel like these sections are so super... What? I had a banana on my head briefly. That was weird. But I do feel like these sections don't matter that much. Like, the first and the third section are so short. Heard someone unloading stuff in your garage, like, really loud, so you woke up and went and checked, and alas, no one was there. Creepy. Very creepy. NC-17. Needlessly creepy 17 times. Okay, where do they actually extend to? What was I... Why did I twirl again? But who was phone? At least this level doesn't start over from the beginning. One of those things that's weird about, like, starting a stream much earlier than I usually do is, like, the whole... It's only 11 o'clock. As opposed to, and I've been going for a while, as opposed to, like, it's 11, and I've been at this for several hours now. I just want to get to the auto-scroller. The auto-crawler. Automatic crawler. Alright, there we go. And I guess I should remember on the very first cycle, I can do that, as opposed to waiting another cycle. Small amount of useful optimization. Okay. Oh, yeah. This is probably fine. Let's see. Probably wanted to go on that cycle, in all honesty. Whatever. Problem solved. It's not my favorite level of all time. Him name Hopkin Green Frog. There we go. Point of advice. Press L or R together in this level to return to the last frog suit. Hold down A or B to move faster. Wait. Aha! No point in having to return. I can just go back to the last frog suit. Everything be fast moving. I feel like this track is crunchier than I remember it being. Right. I think there are parts of this you can do if you mess up your frog suit, but I'm not confident enough to do those. No, what? How did I time it last time? Oh, that's how you time it. Okay, because you're running away from the top one, and that actually is better than running towards anything else. That's if it's my headphones or not. Might just be my headphones. Good enough! L and R. I don't feel like that spot's particularly safe. As Mario hangs out with all these balls in his face. No, tomorrow I'm actually going to try and get some lots of good stuff done tomorrow. Probably the biggest one is I'm going to do a teardown of all this wire mess over here. It's been waiting for like several years of effort, which should help with some things. Like I want to put the, like I can get rid of an awful lot of stuff that's just kind of sitting there now. There are some dead legs and whatnot in there that probably should have been removed a while ago. Yeah, no chance with that frog. Attack really has it all? It does! I mean, I think this is like, what, the second to last level? Yeah, it's almost the last level. There's one more after this. I don't know what it is. Or maybe I missed the secondary exit and completely forgot what I was doing. I have to go back and look. But I'll check in a minute. There's at least one that had a secondary exit. I swear maybe there was a second one. But frog suit level. Look, this frog does not handle like Echo the Dolphin, okay? Maybe blowing out the earbuds would help a little bit, but I don't think it has. Okay. This is one of those things I just really do not love, is I gotta wait a whole cycle before I can do another attempt. I'm just gonna sit there and contemplate what you messed up on. Okay. Oh, okay. Wait, hold up. Didn't need frog suit for that. I thought I'd messed up, but no, just barely made it. Now, the part that everyone dreads. The doing things with the actual frog suit. Out of the water. In the water, the frog suit is a okay enough tool. Out of the water, it is nightmarish. I've ever done that thing you're supposed to do in Mario 3 where you, like, beat one of the airships with a frog suit to get the special congratulatory message. Like, if you do it as a raccoon, or as a tanuki, asks if, what is it, thank you, kind raccoon, would you please tell me your name? And then mention, I want to say it mentions that you can change him back using the magic wand. No, wait, that's the frog. It's like, oh no, you've been transformed. Would you like me to use this magic wand to change you back? Is the frog message. And then finally the Hammer Brothers suit is, hey, nice digs. Want to swap? No dice? What a drag. Which, I feel like the localizer probably had more fun than he should have there. But it was memorable. I suspect there's probably a, like, Legends of localization about... How do I think I could do that? About that specific line? Now, since I had the Mario 3 strategy guide as a kid, I definitely saw these long before I had a chance to, like, try it myself. If I just jumped up straight, I would have been fine. I mean, to be honest, Hammer Bro Mario looks pretty cool. If I was a king, I'd consider one to dress up. And he did offer to swap, like Mario could have been King Mario. Certainly not against his aspirations for royalty. Oh, the frog suit is such an ass. I'm just thinking of Boom Boom's back rooms, which require doing a non-trivial amount of frog suit-based platforming. To the point that, like, Fistbit, when he watched my playthrough, was actually legitimately surprised. He's like, wait, that was what you were supposed to do? A lot of single-tile frog suit jumps. Nobody wants single-tile frog suit jumps. Did help that there was nothing that could actually really kill you in that level. Just incredibly awkward platforming. Okay. What? No. Oh, I need the frog suit. Have I seen the Super Mario All-Stars port of the SMB3 LDC? Yes, actually. Surprisingly. It was brought to my attention because I noticed that I'd been getting an awful lot of random hits on the Mario 3 LDC playthrough video I had. Which, you know, now that the LDC's over, most people don't care much about those. And YouTube sure as heck isn't going out of its way to, like, promote those at all. And it turned out to be coming from a French publication about ROM hacking? And they mentioned this, and I was reading the article, and I'm like, is this written by an AI or something? Because it seems to get the details wrong. Like, it's not Mario All-Stars, this particular contest. It's Mario 3. And then I finally found, like, the key thing. I went and looked at romhacking.net because I was just confused. I'm like, there's a port? And yeah, Insect Duel did it, which was surprising to me. But still very cool. Like, Insects Duel has done a few LDC levels in the past. What's up, Havaluta? Indeed it is. I needed to get some out of my head. Now, just trying to think of, like, what I wanted to do that wasn't one of the other things. I don't even know where to start with that, yeah. But yeah, Insect Duel ported and added a bunch of stuff. Like, there's a collectathon thing and a hard mode. And, like, there's a bunch of extra features that if I was a Mario 3 aficionado, I'd probably really enjoy. So I'm a bit surprised at how, like, little press that had gotten. Maybe I just happened to miss it. But, like, I didn't see it, like, anyone on SMW Central getting excited about it or anything. Okay, cool. Okay. Now align the plumber. Thank goodness. Yeah, no hits. Oh, this isn't too bad, actually. Oh, that's why you don't do that, because the Koopas get back in the shells. I'll just wait around. Everyone always talks about you, Mommy. No one ever mentions you, Daddy. Thank you, Fries. I'm just gonna assume that's the drugs talking. I did once manage to visit the original museum that housed the original documentation about the discovery of MSG, and that was interesting. There we go. And boop. It sure is. But yeah, also, like, I was thinking about, like, the last time I played this, and it has been so long. I went and looked at my logs, because usually I know from my logs when I last did something, and I could not find a reference to mice. So. Oh, that was the last. Was that? Let me check some real quick. When will science give us another compound as tasty as MSG? No idea. Let's see, just checking to see if I missed any red bubbles. Nope, there's only the one. So I guess the last one counts as the last level, maybe? Don't replay games very often. If you play it again, you'll probably speedrun it. Understandable. I think at one point in time I had vague aspirations to be a speedrunner, and this might have been one of the things I was thinking about. But let me check something out. Not like that. What if I'm missing something? Map. Nope, ghost houses do not actually have secondary exits. There's only one thing with a secondary exit as far as I can tell. So. Alright, that answers that question. Don't know, tears naturally? Really? just weird then. Oop. Mistakes were made. Like paying attention to fries. Boop. Okay. Point of advice. You'll need to use all your old skills for the final challenge. Obtain certain power-ups in the room with L or R. Yeah, this level is quite this. You switch. And then you boomerang. And then you switch. And you Toho music. Because of course you Toho music. Toho music is not negotiable. One must always Toho music. A bit too low there. You'd be surprised how many streamers blame you for your bad gameplay. We should run a race again. Yeah, it was fun. We should do that again. I definitely agree on that. Symphony of the Night would be cool to learn, but of course it'd be a big investment. Absolutely. I think next time I play Symphony of the Night, though, I want to play it on Saturn just for kicks. I already know that it's not going to be as good, but it's one of those things. I remembered. What's the purpose of the thwomp? What's the significance of Mr. Bean? Oh, whoops! I forgot what I was doing partway through! Mario mode is fun on Saturn. Would also like to play on Saturn. I mean, main reason I want to play on Saturn is just it has extra stuff. I've beaten it. Well, I've beaten the PlayStation version, but that was the Xbox version. Xbox 360 port. But still good. I don't think as far as ports go, it's when anyone says, like, oh no, this is garbage or anything. Some ports are bad, but Xbox 360 I recall being a decent port. Also, a new Toho game came out, like, this weekend, if I recall correctly. Because it was Comic Kit 160. Pretty sure it's 160. Okay. Is there a PSP version? I don't know. PSP version came after 360 port? Huh. I would assume those are related then. In terms of code DNA. Alright, that's the moon I never get. I guess we have to take a hit here. For the interlude. Yeah, I think I could just run for it. Alright, the combination of smallness and raccoonness. Ah. There was no point in doing that. Those flying assholes are underused. I don't think I've ever seen another hack with those flying assholes in them. They're just a weird sprite all around. I made the right choice. Okay. I made the wrong choice. Like, I don't even know what those flying asshole things are called. They're just a weird, weird, weird sprite. Yeah, I saw some people going nuts because Zune released some of the new Toho Girl sprites early. There's like an Egyptologist-themed girl, I guess? Or something. I imagine there's probably more to it than that, but that's all I really know about the newest Toho. I got lucky twice! Yeah, I saw that coming back around. I needed to be small going into the pipe. Hard to make a guess there. I wonder if you could fly through this section. Enough time to get P-speed. It always amazes me the level of success Zune has had when he pretty much still just does what he wants to do. Like, he's not great. As an artist, he's very okay, but he's a great character designer. As a musician, he makes memorable things, but they're still all made out of MIDI, it seems. Like, he just decided one day, got Fruity Loops. I don't need more than Fruity Loops. I'm good. Okay, switch to this. I also like to point out what a ridiculous statement "those flying assholes are underused" is. Oh god. Right, okay. This is just patience and time. Don't get got by the ghosties. FT029. Got Frog, and we got... Oh, yeah, got everything we hate. Not fast, not the right speed. Get to reboot the Tohos. Oh wait, I can't hold anything as a frog. Wait, that didn't help! But I could have as Mario! I didn't think that one through. Oh. There we go. Regular Mario saving the day once again. Felt like I actually had that one. Yeah, I didn't mean to let go of why. Tell me why. Oh yes, I did also, probably didn't mention this, but I did recover a better video card from Squiggles. We'll see if that helps with some of my other problems with WPF, and possibly with Outer Wilds, though I'm beginning to understand why Outer Wilds is probably not actually a GPU-bound game. Oh, I needed to... Okay, I see how this works now. Yeah, that one's been fun so far. I'm not sure how long it takes to beat, but it feels like it'll be a bit. I still have an awful lot of stuff to explore pretty dang explicitly on the... Moron. On the, brittle planet. The two-headed brittle klutz. I do feel without any substantial changes to my understanding of how to explore the universe, I don't think I'm going to need to go back to the interloper. but it's possible. Okay, this time shall be different. What? Who am I supposed to blame for this one? Was it Idle? No, it was FT. Wait, no, not Frog. Yeah, this was FT 029. It's amazing how many names you just start to recognize over time, and occasionally you're like, wow, that person's been involved in this for a long-ass time. Like Snort Run Pyro. Oh. What's another option? I should consider that instead. Anyway, I'm just trying to think of the stuff I need to get done pre-PAX. Because PAX is Friday next week. And then ICFP is the following weekend. So I need to get ahead of an awful lot of stuff pretty quick here. Probably the most critical of that stuff is getting my guest room cleaned up enough for my bro to come visit. What? No! I want to hold that there? Maybe I did want to hold it. Always annoying when you do it right the first time and then you don't remember what you did. Look. Yeah, PAX should be fun. And then mild agenda, the usual look at indie games stuff. Probably should like find at least one other thing I really want to do. There's also the Indie Games Summit that happens around the same time, which should be fun. Point of advice. Frog Mario can't pick things up. However, he can juggle things if you press up and X or Y. Yep, it was perfectly positioned for this to not be terrible, but I made it worse. Because, you know, frogs don't have thumbs. Alright, here it is. Bowser fight with frog suit. One of my favorite things of all time. I think other than the fact that it's a frog suit, it's a vanilla fight. Which is irritating in spots because you can't actually, can't do specific things. I think what that's what you're supposed to do, clearly. Only one hit for that phase. Oh yeah, this part's hard. Pretty sure it's gonna drain the water at some point soon. What is that? That's a fish. There's the water. Okay. Need to be a bit ahead of the ball. Just want to keep a good wiggle on him. Just can't trust this Bowser. Dang it! Mario, you're all thumbs. Actually, he's the opposite of all thumbs. He has no thumbs. There we go, it's 1. And then not dying to the fire while hopping around like a moron. I'm just gonna square up here and hope I'm right. I'm pretty happy about that. What's phase 3 look like? Am I in water? Nope. I think I still like this marginally better than Jump Bowser. Nope, I don't. Bowser just takes forever to do anything. Is slow mode boss. Like, if there's any reason you wouldn't want to, like, speedrun this, it's definitely the fact you have to wait through all of the Bowser cycles. Every single time. Like, for instance, Backwards Mario World. Marginally popular hack, but people don't speedrun it because the first thing you have to do is fight Bowser. At least it was a marginally popular hack. I mean, there's an awful lot of better options nowadays. Bowser existing definitely is a problem when you're speedrunning. I do feel like at least there is some speed up here. I almost got hit there. And also, like, this part here is painful to me. Oh, never mind. I got it. Alright, let's see if this is the spot. It is not. We'll just come over here and stand between the two fires. Thankfully, unlike chicken, I don't cook faster when I'm between two fires. Better this fight than you are? I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I probably have more experience with degenerate Bowsers than basically anybody who plays Mario World ever should. Fun fact, perchance can be beaten if you beat the first Bowser fight, you don't play the whole hack. Oh, that's nice. I didn't know that started as a Bowser. I didn't know that started that way. Mario's adventure is over. Hooray. Mario, the princess, Yoshi, and his friends are all going to take a vacation together. I don't know, maybe to Mexico, or Paraguay, or Uruguay, or Malaysia, I don't know. Was watching a Taskmaster bit where they had to shake hands with Alex every 10 seconds while stacking cans and announcing that they were from a specific country. Several of them did quite well, naming like 100-odd countries. But they were bad at stacking cans, so no winning. I presume there's... Whoa! There's Plot! You beat him! That's it? It's credits time! C3 resources. ASM by Sujara, or Tsutara, Raja? Tsuzara, whatever. Eric, LX5, Russian Man, M-A-N. Okay. Music by Gloomy, Wakana, Pinchy. Ultima. Graphics by Mogu94. Mr. Pixelnator, Noivern. Ryu Khan V. 73. Katrina, Strike Forcer, and a lot of Idle. It's an idle game, after all. Level Gurus, 6 Corby, FT, 029, Idle, Snort Red Pyro, Lazy, Frozen Quills, World Peace, Morsel, Melon Pizza. Special thanks to my dad. I called my dad today. JK. Oh. You. Well, fuck you too, buddy. I didn't get my dad a call today. He had some sort of throat surgery thing, and I'd be curious how it went. And now there's some eyeballs staring at me. It's kind of weird, isn't it? Stuff's about to get glitchy, lol. Okay. I'm willing to sit through it. We'll see what happens. We'll take an H. We like H's. Good H. Yep, that is glitchy. Not surprising. It happens a lot. No Pagas, though. Everybody loves Paga. Oh, man. And nothing has changed. Yeah, the glorious normal credits of the game. Not a surprise that nothing's changed, but no one really changes these. I'm kind of glad that most modern-day SMW hacks don't really use the OG credits, or if they do, they, like, kick you out into the regular world afterwards. Pretty sure D to the 4th made that patch, like, in 2020 or something. But also no one changes these. They're not hard to change. You'd have to work within a bit of a fixed space, but honestly, I suspect you could just reallocate the whole table to a larger spot if you wanted to. Like, if you don't have to worry about that. But nobody does this in practice. It's all just stripe data. Stripe data is not complicated. It's fun, but not complicated. It basically says, at these coordinates, put these tiles, and here's the number of tiles. End screen is different. That's kind of why I'm still sitting here. It's always good to see whether or not the end screen is different. But, you know, it's nothing we haven't seen before with this Rip Van Fish and the Torpedo Ted, who wasn't even in this. We didn't see any Porcupuffers. Not a single one. Almost like it's some sort of hack ROM. And of course, we did see the Boo Buddies and the Big Boo, but no Eries and no Fish and Boo, thank goodness. No one likes Fish and Boo. No one likes having 6 Fish and Boos show up on top of views. Bill Sparky, Dry Bones, Bony Beetle, Thwomp, and Hothead. And Thwimp. Ooh, we did see Thwimp. A lot of Thwomps, too. Ba-do-do-do. Ball and Chain, Grinder, and Fishbone. No surprises there. Do-do-do-do. Getting close. Reznor. Reznor's pretty alright. Good aesthetic, really. Booey Booey. Booey Booey. And Mecha Koopas were unfortunately appearing in this film. Do the end. We didn't see many of these at all, just Bowser. Yep. It sure is Waluigi time. It always has to be Waluigi time. Hey, it was fun. A nice 2.5-hour jaunt back through memory lane in a lot of ways.